There'd have been 10 teams coming into Week 5 that hadn't scored 88 points all year. So Tony Romo's like, woohoo, I'm ready. We can score. Well, they're already up 7-0, and now giving the ball to DeMarco Murray.
Who is a nice run down here in the red zone, finds his way in the end zone.
One of the many Jera shots we would see throughout the day of this game. We'll pick it up with the Broncos down 3. Peyton Manning to Julius Thomas. He's become a weapon, Kurt Warner.
I'm trying to figure out how you cover all these guys. It seems like everybody gets one-on-one. Each one of these guys can win against whoever you put across from him.
Yeah, that's 19 TD tosses, no picks through 5 games, most in NFL history, but he was far from done. And how about this? Where's Waldo? Where's Peyton? That's what I'm playing. Kurt?
Well, it works so well because he never does it.
He's not running it. Everybody knows he's not running it.
First rushing touchdown for him in 5 years. Third quarter, Broncos up 8, 3rd and goal. Manning to Wes Welker, his first catch of the day.
And the amazing thing is they already have 28 points, and it's his first catch of the day. That just lets you know the kind of weapons he's got to play with.
Somewhere Giselle is crying. That was his 7th TD catch of the year. But here comes Tony Romo to Terrence Williams out of
Baylor.
The rookie. Huge day. 4 catches, $151 in that score. And we have our second Jera sighting.
Great throw, great catch, horrific defensive play.
Cowboys next drive down 11. Romo to Dez Bryant, his second TD of the day. 2-point conversion, no good. So Dallas still down 5. Broncos next possession. I don't even know what to say about this because I haven't seen it all year. Manning looking for Eric Decker, but it's the DB Morris Claiborne picking it off, snapping a streak of 227 INTs, or passes without an INT, and your third Jarrett shot of the day. On to the 4th. Boys down by 5. 2nd and goal. Look at Romo keeping it alive, Kurt.
Well, and this is what you had to see in this game. You know, going against Peyton Manning as a quarterback, you've got to make these extra plays. Tony did that today.
The 2-point conversion was good, so it was 41-38, but Peyton far from done. In fact, he would lead a game-tying drive. It's now 41-41 in prime. There's that bad man again.
And one thing about this guy, you know, week in and week out, he's going to come to play, and he's going to leave it all on the field. Great game today by Dez Bryant.
And with that pass, Tony Romo goes over 500 yards for the day. And here it's time to have a Cole one, as in Cole Beasley getting in from a few yards out. His 5th TD toss, our 4th Jerry shot, and the Cowboys have the lead. But here come the Broncos. Manning to Welker for 16 yards, gets it down to the goal line. No, Sean Moreno would take it in from there. We're tied at 48. But we're down around the 2-minute mark. Tony Romo and,
You know that man.
Yeah, Danny Trevathan with the pick off as he just lays out, and there's your other Jerry shot. Not as happy as the other ones.
Yeah. And great job by the backside backer here is that Tony doesn't see him. He jumps over to the other side, makes a great pick on the play, actually, but Tony's looking to the front side, doesn't see that backside backer jumping in front of his receiver.
So the Broncos have the ball deep in Dallas territory. Time's on their side, and here's how Peyton Manning plays it. Manning to Demaryius Thomas for the 13-yard gain. Then they start making Dallas use some timeouts. They kneel down. They could have rushed in for a touchdown. They didn't, so they set up Matt Prater instead from 28. And guess who's 5-0? John Fox and his crew. They have now won 16 straight regular season games.
The first encounter was a wild shootout with the Kansas City Chiefs. In the 3rd highest scoring contest in NFL history.
Daylight, and when it's there, I try to break forward as fast as I can.
With the emergence of Warner, the one-time pass-happy Seahawks were now.
The Chiefs' leading touchdown maker was Theotis Brown, a versatile running back who didn't even become a Chief until the 5th week of the season.
The Seahawks tied the game in the closing moments of regulation, then called on their leading scorer to win it in overtime.
Norm Johnson is going to try this one from 42. Here's the ball game. Ball is down. Johnson's kick. He's got distance. Give me 3. It's all over.
Explosive offense made the difference against the Chiefs.
"12 pages of highlights here for you. Saints and Giants.
That's it? Just 12?
I know, right? Saints have won 3 of their last 4 since Breeze has returned from his shoulder injury. Homecoming here.
Does that play look familiar to anybody?
That's the Isidore. Yeah, it does. It does.
Seattle Seahawks, in the Super Bowl. It worked.
Isidore Newman's finest. Eli Manning to Odell Beckham Jr. on the 2-yard slant. Giants were on top 7-0.
This is early in the game where the Saints thought they needed trickery to be able to throw the ball down the field.
They learned quickly.
Yeah, but you know what, DJ? The secondary, they had a lot of miscues, mental errors on the back end, and I just don't understand how you let a guy run down the middle of the field. You got to read your keys.
Flea flicker on the touchdown.
One of the oldest plays in NFL history.
Second quarter here, Giants down 14-7. Manning
there you go.
Back
Same
to
play.
Beckham,
There you go. If it works once, let's try it again. A little Michael Jackson impersonation right there. Gave a little love to MJ.
Kind
Here
of
it is.
sandwiched in between the whip, Willie.
Yeah. Nope. You don't jam the point guy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a natural pick. He comes off, same play, touchdown.
So we're tied at 14 on Beckham's second TD of the day. For keeping track, that's 4 touchdowns.
This is all Eli's got right here. Give me all you got, Eli. Woo!
Hail Mary.
They get 3 TDs for Odell Beckham Jr.
Hat trick. He didn't have a dance prepared for this one. He gets a little stutter going right here. He gets on top. He knew he was going to score 2 touchdowns, so he had those dances prepared. He didn't have one for this one, so all he did was just look in the crowd.
And, guys, that was New Orleans High School's going head-to-head there. McDonough 35, Delvin Breaux could not stop Isidore Newman's Odell Beckham, but Ben Watson get back in the end zone.
Last few weeks.
34 years young, Willie.
Yeah.
20-yard TD from Breeze to Watson. Saints on top 42-28, and the Giants come alive. Eli on 4th and 5.
This is nuts. This
has nothing, then finds a little
He went against all the rules at the quarterback position. Don't throw across your body. Don't throw into traffic. Wide open.
He said, 4th down, I'm just going to, what I got to lose, I'm just going to throw it up there and see what happens. It was this kind of a day for defense. Nobody could get a hand on the football, you get a touchdown.
Dwayne Harris, 9-yard touchdown for Eli.
Saints running into each other.
Eli's 5th TD pass of the day. That tied his career high, which is set back in 2012 against the Eagles. So Giants now down 7, not anymore. Back to Dwayne Harris. Goes Eli. He now has a career high 6 touchdown passes.
He can run a kick return back. He can catch touchdowns. They're finding different ways to use their athletes. I like to see this with Harris making plays right here. And he's a great athlete, man. I'm glad to see him getting some touches on the offensive side of the ball.
We're tied at 42. Giants have scored 14 unanswered when Breeze finds Willie Snead, and Willie just kind of hands that one right off.
At this point in time, I thought, okay, maybe this thing's headed towards the Giants'
Tremaine McBride.
Let him get the ball out. I like to see him wrap up with her. That did a good job.
DRC knocks that one out. Yeah. Tremaine McBride just, boy.
Well, that's what the physical corners like DRC, you know, Willie?
He is not physical.
21 unanswered points for the Giants, but back come the Saints. Breeze to Ben Watson.
That is.
16-yard gain, 9 catches, 147, and a touchdown for Ben Watson. 6 plays later, Breeze to C.J. Spiller. A little inside option route, and Spiller into the end zone. That is touchdown pass number 7 for Drew.
I like to imagine Breeze. Dana Holgerson's watching this highlight just with a cold beverage with his feet up, just enjoying this.
Yeah, he and Mike Leach just loving it, right? Next Giants possession, Manning looking for Harris along the sideline. So let's go now with under a minute to play here. Brad Wing punts to Marcus Murphy, who goes 24 yards before fumbles. Willie Snead right there to pick it up, and Brad Wing, the punter, tackles Snead, but gets a hold of the face mask. Guys, there's only 5 seconds left. Yeah. You add 15 yards in the end of this return, and you can clearly see the face mask from Wing.
Well, he didn't have to.
That would have been a long field goal from there. Instead, add the 15 yards, and Kai Forbath from 50 yards out. The Saints have had so much trouble with the kickers this year, but Forbath gives them the victory. 50-yard field goal for the win as time expires. 2:49. Saints winners over the Giants. Look at the stats here, guys. 61 passing yards combined.
Look at Eli Manning's numbers and tell me how he lost the football game.
You know what he said on the bus on the way back to the airport? I balled out, dog. I don't know about everybody else, but I had a good game.
It was a shootout of epic proportions Sunday as the Browns visited the Bengals. Cleveland quarterback Kelly Holcomb drew first blood, hitting tight end Steve Hyden for a 7-yard score on the Browns' first drive, giving the Browns a 7-0 lead. In a sign of things to come, Bengals quarterback Carson Palmer responded with an 18-yard strike to Kelly Washington on the Bengals' ensuing drive to tie the game. 3 minutes later, Palmer again hit pay dirt, finding Chad Johnson on a 46-yard bomb to give the Bengals a 14-7 lead with 10 minutes still left in the first. After a pair of Cleveland field goals, Palmer found T.J. Hushmanzada for a 3-yard score and a 21-13 second quarter lead. After a pair of Bengals field goals, Holcomb again found Hyden, this time for a 20-yard touchdown, cutting the Cincinnati lead to 27-20 on the first drive of the second half. But Cleveland's celebration would be short-lived as Palmer hit Hushmanzada again for a 53-yard bomb, pushing the Bengals' lead to 34-20 with 3 minutes gone in the third. The Browns answered immediately as Antonio Bryant hauled in this Holcomb pass for a 9-yard score, drawing Cleveland to within a touchdown at 34-27. Rudy Johnson scored on the Bengals' ensuing drive, pushing the Cincinnati lead to 41-27 late in the third. A touchdown was scored on the 5th consecutive drive as Holcomb found Bryant 2 plays later on a 55-yard heave to once again pull the Browns within a touchdown at 41-34. After a Bengals field goal, William Green punched the ball in from the 1 to bring the Browns to within 3 at 44-41 early in the fourth. Cleveland then capitalized on a Palmer interception as Hyden snagged his 3rd touchdown of the day on Holcomb's 5th TD pass to give the Browns their first lead of the game at 48-44 with just over 10 minutes left in the fourth. Johnson then capped his 202-yard rushing day with his 2nd touchdown, regaining the lead for the Bengals at 51-48. With just under 2 minutes remaining, Holcomb's pass was intercepted by Deltha O'Neal, whose 31-yard touchdown return sealed a thrilling victory for the Bengals. The 58-48 win marks the highest-scoring game since the AFL-NFL merger.
It was fun for everyone but the New York Giants on a day the sky rained footballs. The scoreboard flashed and changed like a pinball machine gone crazy. Number 25, A.D. Whitfield, scored 3 of the first 4 Washington touchdowns. The defense scored 2. The Redskins scored on controlled drives, or on one swift blow. Jurgensen threw, and Taylor caught. It wasn't even safe to punt. Throughout the barrage, the Giants were scoring too. Brig Owens tallied his 2nd touchdown on a fine piece of running and excellent blocking. It was a team effort with fine individual performances. When it was all over, the Redskins and Giants had shattered the record book on a day the sky rained footballs.